Right behind me is my favorite type of property to invest in real estate. This is a legal, purpose-built triplex. You're gonna see why this is my favorite. We're gonna walk through the numbers, and you actually get the chance to talk to the owner of this property and see his journey. My favorite part of owning a legal triplex is actually the floor plan of the building itself. There are 3 units and 2 of them are identical. We'll see why the 3rd unit's a little bit different later on. First, let's walk through the main floor unit and then we'll talk about the financials. You enter straight into this living room area and it's really big. One of the benefits of owning a legal triplex is the square footage, right? This unit is 800 square feet. Compare that to downtown condos, 2 bedrooms are like 700 maybe tops. So you have a lot of space here and you can really get the sense of the size. And over here, when the tenants move in, they're gonna have a couch over there along that wall. Behind me is gonna be a TV setup. You have space for the extra seating area, maybe some storage, some art pieces. And my favorite part is the south exposure with this big window and private balcony. That south exposure, the sun's hitting me in the face, and I immediately think of drinking my morning coffee out here, sitting down, just enjoying it. Andrii, put up the floor plan. We're right over here. Now let's go check out the rest of the unit. You walk through this hallway and on your left, there's the washroom. A really good part about this washroom is that it was actually in pretty good condition when we bought the place. So it was touched up, but we didn't have to do too much work. You follow me through this hallway and you enter the eat-in kitchen. Really nice, good space. Right over here, you have space for your kitchen table, dining table. So you have space to eat here. It's a little bit away from the living room, but still very functional. And that's the most important thing. These legal purpose-built triplexes are functional because they were created for this purpose. They're not pieced together. You have your nice galley kitchen here. Again, we did some work, but not too much. You know, new appliances. It was in pretty good condition when we bought the place. And a separate entrance to the back. Just off of the kitchen, you have your 2 bedrooms. One's pretty sizable, one's a little bit smaller, but unlike these tiny condos that they're building, you actually get a real second bedroom, not like a bedroom with 2 sliding doors that goes straight into the kitchen. These are legit, so it's perfect for young couples, perfect for even a single person who needs, you know, an office space. Really good functional space. All right, let's talk numbers now. We purchased this property for just under $1.2 million, and it was a grind of a negotiation process. It took over 30 days, but we locked it up at a really good price. Now, Andrii, the owner, right behind the camera, spent about $50,000 on this renovation, and he'll actually walk you through on some of the stuff, the challenges that he went through. But first, let's look at my financial breakdown. Upper unit's gonna go for around $2,500 per month, and same with the main floor unit. They're both very similar. You're gonna get the same amount of rent. Now, the basement's a little bit smaller, and since it is a basement, even though you'll see it's not the normal basement, you're gonna get a little bit less rent. And this is actually one of the biggest benefits of owning a legal triplex is that you have that differentiation in the pricing. So one of the units is gonna be a little bit cheaper. It's gonna attract maybe a different tenant profile. So you get a little bit of variation there. And another big positive is that the fact that there are 3 units means that you mitigate some of your vacancy risk. So let's take a condo, for example. Once your tenant moves out, you're done. There's no rent coming in and you have to bear the brunt of all those expenses. In this case, when one tenant moves out, you still have 2 tenants paying you rent and paying off your mortgage and all expenses. So it's actually a much safer position to be in. I'm projecting about $2,000 per month in positive cash flow on this property, and that puts you in a really defensive position. And that's where you want to be. You might be asking me, what's that mean? That means you're making some money above all your expenses paid. So when you have $2,000 in your pocket every month, it's a really good thing. It's a property, things are gonna happen. You're gonna have to change a fridge, you're gonna have to fix the roof at some point, and it's good to be making extra money to save for that rainy day. That's defensive. So we just walked into the basement here, and the room behind me is why the basement footprint is a little bit different than the upper 2 units. This is the mechanical room. So you have your furnace, you have your hot water tanks, but this is what I wanna point out. It's the coin-operated laundry. So this is shared laundry for the 3 units, and you get to generate additional income. That's about $150 per month extra that you'll have in your pocket. Because of the mechanical room, this unit is a little bit smaller, but it still has 2 good-sized bedrooms. We already spoke about how you can increase your income with the coin-operated laundry, but in the back here, you have 4 parking spaces that also can increase your income a little bit more. So you can rent each of these out for about $50 per month. It's really nice to have this parking space in the back. Our final thoughts, you made it this far. We are with Andrii. Of course, he's always behind the camera here, right? Say hi, Andrii.
Hey, how are you guys?
So he's here and he's gonna share a couple of the major things that he went through in this renovation project that really stuck out. So first, Andrii, what was your biggest surprise when you started this renovation project?
Well, I didn't realize how many things are involved when it comes to buying a property. A lot of bureaucracy and legal stuff. So it's always good to have a good realtor like spirit that guides you through all that process.
What was the one thing in the renovation process that kind of stuck out to you?
Well, I don't do renovations on a daily basis, but for me, getting reliable trades is very important because if you're gonna get bad people, it's gonna really cause a lot of problems.
It's gonna hurt you
along the way.
That was a peek into one of the best deals in the city, legal, purpose-built triplex. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in an investment opportunity like this or a conversion project, reach out to me, send me a message. I'd be happy to help.